Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see this time we have a chance to check fresh release from Special Hobby. That's 1/48 scale L-39ZA. As you can see, it is named as Attack and Trainer, and we have 4 marking options inside, and now we have a chance to check it closer. But first let me remind you that we are still gathering money for the new camera, and you can help us by pressing the donate button on our website. It is easy, it is safe because it's done via PayPal, and of course you decide the amount you will send us. As for the kit, it should be already available for the purchase on official Special Hobby website. As you can see, box is not that big. Here you can see comparison with my hand. Box art is quite attractive. Here we have some information about the kit. Of course it is made in Czech Republic. And from the other side we have some safety advices, but we all know them. That's a top opening box. And here you can see what is hidden inside. So assembly manual is on the top, and all plastic sprues together with decal sheet are packed together into one bag. Here you can see assembly manual. This one is typical for Special Hobby, so you can expect 2 history notes in English and Czech languages. Then of course we have parts map, and assembly process starts with cockpit. You assemble pilot seats, then you assemble cockpit base, dashboards, then you insert it between fuselage halves, and note that you will have to cut original plastic, so don't forget to do it on your model. Then we have wings, and again you modify original plastic by cutting those parts and replacing them with resin. And then you assemble wing, of course. Here you install air intakes, which are molded separately, as you can see. Note that here we install separate tail segment part. Also here we join those tail wings together. Canopy assembly, and it will be combined together with some PE parts, which will be quite small as far as I can guess. Here we have landing gear assembly. Then we have some external equipment attachment. Here we have more for the landing gear system. Here we have again some small PE parts, and note that there will be plenty of them, so it might take some time. Here we have external equipment for this aircraft. And next are marking options. So those 2 are Czech aircrafts, and as you can see it's written these aircrafts are part of the 222 training squadron in 22 Air Base Namestina da Slavov. And this aircraft was used in this marking from 2008 till 2013. Then we have separate stenciling guide only for those 2 marking options. This one is Algerian Air Force marking guide. And note that here we have that's again Algerian Air Force, another one, so 3 of them, 4 of them, and again separate stenciling guide for those Algerian aircrafts. But this one is quite interesting because, as you can see, it was flown by Israeli pilots. And next we have Royal Thai Air Force, and again separate stenciling guide for this aircraft, and you can see it on the box art as well. And these are the kits made by Special Hobby in 1/48 scale, in case you would like to assemble something else. Some of those we reviewed on our YouTube channel, so I recommend you to check it. And here we have more. Again, we reviewed some of those too. Now finally we can move to plastic sprues, which, as I said before, are packed into this single plastic bag. Give me a second to open it, and we'll check closer what is hidden here and how this aircraft will be built. So first I would like to show you this transparent sprue. As you can see, it is secured into separate plastic bag, so it won't be scratched during shipment. And here of course we have canopy parts, and again of course you can build aircraft with open canopy, so it will be up to you how you depict your model. But even though molding quality is quite nice, you have to cut masks with your own hands, or maybe buy some aftermarket set, because masks are not included here. And next we have Decals and P Fret, which are packed into the same plastic bag, as you can see. So again, I need a moment to open them. And what is quite interesting here is that we have not only P fret, which is unpainted by the way, so here it is, but we also have, as you can guess, special film which will replicate dials on the dashboards. And some modelers might appreciate such design because you'll be able to have precisely the color you want on your dashboards. It won't be like you get what you get out of the box. Next we have two decal sheets. These are printed in cartograph as far as you can see. This one is dedicated to main symbols and printing quality is quite nice. I mean, that's traditional, let's say, feature for cartograph. And then we have another one which is full of different stencils. Here it is. So be careful, do not hurry, and you'll get a nice result. Note that we have special segmentation for each marking option, and that's definitely an advantage, which will make it easier to find the necessary symbol for your marking option. Next we have separate plastic bag with resin parts, because this kit features some resin bonuses as well. And what we have here, for example, this tail segment part for the engine nozzle area. I will zoom in so that you can see it. Next we have another resin base with different external equipment in form of antennas and pitot tubes. Then we have landing gear wheels. 3 of them are molded on the same base. As you can see, there is no detailing on the walls, I mean no writings on the tires, but they're molded together with wheel rims and they have nice tire pattern which should look good after careful painting. Then we have external equipment for missile launchers. Here you can see them. Next one is the engine nozzle as far as I can guess. Here it is. Again, it is molded as one-piece part. Another one, that's a pod which will be placed under the fuselage as far as I remember. Here it is. Again, nice detailing, and here you can see the size, it's not that big. More of small parts are placed on this resin base. As you can see, it is full of different elements, so be careful while applying them on your aircraft. Here we have more, and another resin base is dedicated to those nice parts which will replace what we have molded in plastic, as you remember, so you will have to cut plastic elements. And here we have 2 more. And then the final resin element is this interesting part, which is headrest for the pilot seat, as you can see. It's just nicely detailed, and I think of course it will benefit overall appearance of the cockpit. And then we have, of course, grey plastic sprues. Here they are. This one is dedicated to fuselage halves. Both fuselage halves are molded together with tail segment, as you can see here. And don't forget that you have to cut the top part of it. And now we can zoom in so that you can see external detailing. Of course, we have recessed panel lines. Everything is nicely molded and nicely copied. So the only thing which will be required from you is careful painting. And of course, inside we don't have any position elements, so be careful while applying these two together. At least we have the special tabs for the cockpit placement, so something inside will be properly placed and will help you guide these two halves against each other. Next we have another second grey plastic sprue. Here we have different parts for the external and internal equipment. As you remember, we have resin wheels, so those ones won't be used in this kit. Also here we have some parts for the pilot seats, these ones as well. This is a cockpit floor, and here we have some minor elements for external and internal detailing. And last but not the least is this plastic frame, which is dedicated to wing parts. Again, parts division is quite typical. Don't forget that you have to cut off those hinges and replace them with resin parts, which you just saw several seconds ago, or minutes. External detailing looks fine. I can zoom in so that you can see these panel lines. They're not that deep, but they should look good, and I wouldn't advise you to apply a lot of thick layer of primer. Note that landing gear doors are molded shut, and then another interesting feature is that flaps are molded together with wing parts, and inside we don't have position pins, so be careful while gluing this together. I don't see any other extras in the box, so I guess that's all for this video review. I hope you enjoyed it. As usual, it is interesting for me to know, would you assemble such aircraft in 1/48 scale, or maybe you would prefer a different size, and what do you think about jets in 1/48 scale? Write it here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you won't miss any fresh video review, and of course I will see you in the next video review as usual. Bye!